Good morning, everybody. How are you today? Today is July 4th and happy Independence Day, America. Let's hope that you stay independent. And yeah, it's a little crazy right now. Okay, I am painting this lovely scene. And do I have, let me just see. I'm going to just pull up the bird to show you the colors for today. We're painting from bird colors, so every day we choose a different bird and we take that bird as inspiration. I had this as a bee eater before, but it's actually a European roller. Never seen one before. Isn't it beautiful? European roller, that's what it's called. And we're going to take its colors as inspiration for today's image, which is kind of why I chose this picture, because there are some blues and some oranges, so I can take these colors and push them over to here. I was going to use this palette, but I don't think I'm going to use this palette because it doesn't have all the colors that I would love. And looking at the bird, I think I may do a bit of this, but look how pretty this turquoise is from Rita. She gave this to me a long time ago, actually in March 2021. And I think I can use this palette here to create my scene. Now that means it's watercolors, so that means I have to find some watercolor paper. So bear with me. I'm going to grab some watercolor paper. I don't have just a pad sitting around. I do have, shall I try it on hot press? Is it going to be odd to try it on hot press? Let's try it, shall we? Haven't tried it for a while. Hello, Maria. How are you? Maria, haven't seen you all week. It's art hang party tonight. Anyone doing art hang party? Would love to do art hang party. Gonna do art hang party. There's no visual arts passage tonight. They have a break, I believe. If I'm wrong, please let me know that I'm wrong. But yeah. All right, I will do this image on hot press paper with watercolors. Gonna try it. Hola, Patty. Hi, C. Maria says, yes, we'll do it. In between eating and fireworks. Oh, right, because of the 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. I was just saying as I first came on that I really hope that America stays a free country. Looking a little scary, really. Don't you love when your sketchbooks start filling up? Look, I'm almost halfway through this one. Really do enjoy it. And I filled another one. This one I think is pretty much full. There's only a couple of pages that I have that are not filled. I want to show you something. Because I sometimes do blobs of color, so there was a blob of black from this, so I made it into a little girl. That one was one of my mom. And this one too, there was a blob of pink from here, so I made it into another girl as well. And this one I'm gonna do another one over here. And I should probably finish the pickle. Hope you all found on Patreon the free demo that I did, the little demo that I did for C. Is it this weekend you're going, C? Hi Leslie, good morning. We did a rock demo in Patreon, and that is posted up there, so you can grab that. Yesterday we painted some cats. It was a little bit crazy, but this is only, like, we did a 2-minute sketch and then we did a 5-minute on top. And then we did some longer pieces as well. All right, I'm going to get started with this. I'm getting distracted. You guys are all distracting me. Okay. What do we have? Am I gonna probably, shall I sketch it out first? Maybe I'll just sketch it in paint. Oh, you are very welcome, Louise. Louise, I love your blanket that you made. So pretty. If you guys haven't seen Louise's blanket that she finished yesterday or the day before, but she posted it yesterday, it's really lovely. Okay, remembering these are the colors that I can use. So maybe I'll sketch in this ochre. That's quite okay. Watering it down a little bit. And I'm going to bring it in a little bit as well. A little bit. Everything is just a little bit. I do say that a lot. I need to stop saying a little bit. Okay. I like the shadows in the foreground, so I'm probably going to proportion it quite similar to how we have it here. And I'm doing a lot of my Oaxaca trip photos because I have done some of them with you guys, but it's really, you know, when you take a lot of photos because with the intention of creating artwork from them and you haven't gotten around to doing that, it's really nice to actually spend that time and focus on, okay, I'm going to have to make this tree a little bit more squat. Yeah, it's nice to have that time to focus on that. So if you have anything that you've been wanting to do for a while, like treat these mornings like that. You don't have to be doing exactly what we're doing, as in you don't have to be doing our challenge, our monthly challenge. This one's a good challenge for me because I always use a lot of colors. I don't know, like maybe, it's not that I use a lot of colors, but I use the full spectrum of the rainbow, and I think it's good to just focus on a few every now and then. So that's why I'm enjoying this challenge. Oh, that should have been a little bit further over. Oh well, never mind. Never mind. There's a tree here that's kind of blocking this area. Don't want the tree going. Do I want the tree? Maybe I want the tree going up into there. Can I crop it? I could crop it. Maybe I'll crop it so I don't have the sky. I'll crop it. What is everybody else doing? Tell me what you're up to. Good morning, Meryl. C says, we're going today, but we forgot the holiday. Oh, we forgot that it's a holiday, so next Thursday is Sketchbook Point. Your lesson has been watched again, and I will watch and practice, getting some new colors for it too. Oh, wonderful. It's always a good excuse to get some more art materials when you have a project going on. We do have drawing sessions this weekend, but I may do one on Friday. I have to double check that it's not overlapping with anyone else's, because Louise sent me photos, and I have other photos as well. I think it was Julie who sent me more photos. Anyway, I have photos. Definitely going to do one. Louise, what time is good for you? Like, if we do it on Friday, what time is good for you? And I'll see if it doesn't coincide with anyone else's. Hello, Sarah. How are you? Meryl says, I'm still painting birds and patterns. Oh, great. And Maria says, I'm drawing flowers that I bought myself. I mean, they're the best type of flowers because they're the ones that you wanted, obviously. All right. Just getting these on. I know it's not perfect. And then we have the shadows. So the lighter warm colors, I am going to be using this color, and then I'll use the cool colors for the other. So this is the bird that we are taking inspiration from. It is called the European roller. The European roller. Hi, Esty. Esty says, I'm drawing portrait of my sister in the colors of the bird. Yay. Louise says, maybe anytime after 2ish my time. Okay, so we could, if nothing else is happening on Friday, we could do an 11 a.m. my time. Is that 3 your time? Is that okay? I'm going to go a little bit more intense of a color, but use a little bit of the blue. Just to mute it slightly. Yeah, I can keep it still quite loose. So, I don't love when this happens, and I think that, what is it called? Is it called balling? Not sure what it's called. Anyway, where the little ball of watercolor makes little dots. Okay, let's get some of this blue wash on. Ooh, that's bright. I can go right across here. My windows were totally off. to go over the tree trunk because the tree trunk is in it's lit up. This is a little bit off. I have to make the top window and the bottom window line up. So that's okay because that will be hidden, that one. It is a little bit odd working with colours and also working on hot press with watercolours, which I'm not used to. I don't know if I love it. I love gouache on it. I'm not sure if I love this on it. That should work. Okay, we'll do that then. Oh no, is that 3? No, that doesn't make. That's 10 a.m. Oh, we can do a 10 a.m. Can we do a 10 a.m.? I'm trying to make it so that Australia can happen as well. And how is evening for you? Like 8 in the evening. Does that work or not? Like if I do it at 3:30? Or is that too late? I think I can remember you saying something like, no, you can't do that. That's too late. It's evening. But we can do, I think 3 o'clock your time would work because that's okay. That is 10 a.m. on Friday. So let me double check that there's nothing else going on, that my daughter doesn't need me for something in particular. What is happening? Louise from England sent me some pictures, Louisa. So we're going to do her meet on Friday, and then we may be able to do one on Saturday morning. So I'm going to look at what images I've got. Oh, Patricia, you sent me some images as well from Istanbul. I think I got 3 loads of pictures, so I've got lots of pictures. Patty, I don't think you got back to me with what time works well for you. I was waiting for you as well to get back to me. Does any time on either Saturday or Sunday work for you? Saturday afternoon doesn't work for me, but if you, maybe Sunday works. I'd like you to be there because that is like, that was a trip that you did, and I think it would be nice to hear all about that trip. If you're just joining, this is the bird that we're taking inspiration from. He has some beautiful turquoise feathers. He does also have some ultramarine in there, and then he's got this like bluey gray feather down here, and then, you know, your ochres as well. He's really very, very lovely. So just getting some color on here first, and then I will start refining and defining the image. Louise says evenings can be tricky with bedtime routine. Yes, okay, so we'll do that then, 3 p.m. on Friday, unless there's something else. So I'll get back to you, and then I will post that. And is Patricia still here, or did she leave? I know she's really busy at the weekends as well. We could do 2 on Friday, but it would be a late one in Europe. If Patty can't do this weekend. Kind of strange. It like doesn't sink in the water. That's why I like the cold press for watercolors and the hot press for gouache. But maybe I just have to get used to this. Maybe it's just a thing, right? Okay, I don't really want to do too much detail in the tree. I just want to block in some of the much darker areas. If you took any workshops this week, I have added all the replays to your Padlets. So, you know, don't be waiting for an email. I just added them to the Padlets. They're all up there. If you didn't get to come to the live Zooms, they are on the Padlet that you have for that. Well, if you bought all the workshops, you have one Padlet with everything on. If you bought individual ones, then you will have gotten individual Padlet that you, oh no, that you would work on. Not good. Take that off quickly. How about tomorrow this time? Sure, we can do, if you want, we can do an early one. We'll just use your photos. That would be quite fun. And what's the bird for tomorrow? We could even like work on one of the images. Let's have a look. I'm going to go back to the birds. And tomorrow's a puffin. So maybe we can just all dedicate one image to the puffin so that we get one Colors in July done. All right, that's what we'll do. I will organize this time tomorrow for Patty, and then a few hours later, a couple of hours later, we'll do Louise's pictures. No, we'll do it tomorrow. That's great, Louise. Okay. It's all figured out. So I'm going to write it down for y'all. I'm going to write it down for y'all so you don't forget it. And then you can have a look at the notepad or at the replay here. All right, so isn't this nice? This is from Jen Caballeros. I bought it from her Etsy store, and she uses old books, and she uses paper, recycled paper. So she gets paper, and then she adds it, and this is her list book that she has made. So I'm going to put here weekend meets, let's get a pen that's going to show up. "7 a.m. Istanbul with Patty," and then 10 a.m. Louise. from UK. There we go. Okay, so just so you can write those down, you will get emails today and I will send those out. And then we'll have a catch up and sketch on Saturday morning. I'm out in the afternoon, so we can have a catch up and draw if you have anything to catch up on. I have a cat portrait that I was supposed to do this week and it doesn't look like it's getting done, so I may start that on Saturday morning. Goodness, yes, got it done. I will record both of them. ST for sure. Okay. Now I could have done the sky behind, but I think I'm just not going to. But the sky is lovely. But this tree is pretty much covering all the sky. Maybe I can put a little bit of sky here. And then I'm going to clean up and straighten up some of these areas. Let's put a little bit of sky in here. I think we only had one day that was overcast in the week. We're really fortunate. In Oaxaca, every day was just beautiful. All right, I need some shadow over here too, looking at the direction of how it's placed on the ground. I'm going to go in with a little bit more solid of some of these blues and make them a little bit darker in some areas. Oh, thank you, C. It is very cool, as in very cool. Cool as in cool temperature. So again, if you're just joining, this is the bird that I'm drawing from. I'm taking a little bit of more of an advantage of this little beautiful spot of ultramarine, but there is a lot of this color as well. And thank you for the thumbs up. To all you 6 people who have given me thumbs up, I do appreciate it. You know I do. I always forget to ask. Don't forget to say, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It does help in readings, or viewings rather. I'm going to make this trunk even darker and also make some of these windows darker. So this is my darkest value is the ultramarine. Anything else happening today that I don't remember or know about? I know that art hang party is tonight. If you are doing art hang, remember to like comment in her stories. I mean, just like here, really, it's nice to have that back and forth, that chatter. Whoops. This is better done with, I think, a flat brush, an edge. So going back to gouache and having used the Daniel Smith this week, I think Daniel Smith is like a really wonderful brand. I'm really happy that I tried it. I was all Holbein, 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 but I think Daniel Smith could be a contender for first. I don't know how easy it is for me to get Daniel Smith over here though, so I'm going to have a look next time I go into Toronto in the art store. Don't really like these windows up here. They're not very straight. I think it's this bit that's annoying me, the top bit. And here. Verticals are always vertical, especially on buildings like this. Unless they're in, well no, even if you go to San Francisco and are drawing a scene, the verticals should always be vertical. Oh, thanks, C. Louise says, I nearly bought some yesterday, but saw the price and got Winsor & Newton instead. But I wonder if I still have the palette, so I'm going to try and reactivate it today. Like I still have a messy palette that I can go to, like this one here. So I'm going to see how they hold up on reactivation a third time, because they haven't cracked as of yet on that palette paper. So are you using gouache this month, Louise? Let's put a little bit more turquoise on here. And this also can be darker. There is a statue here which I could actually include. I like the light that's catching the side of him. Ah, you've been using gouache for workshops. Yeah, because I use a lot of gouache, so I guess, yeah. I try to use What did I use yesterday? Oh, I used gouache again yesterday. Yeah, I do use it a lot. I mean, and then Patty also reminded me that I use watercolors like gouache. But is there a right or a wrong way of using any medium? Like, I feel like you can use it however you want to use it. Because what if you haven't had any classes on how to use it? I haven't had any classes on how to use watercolor, gouache. Well, I did do one watercolor class, but I kind of did my own thing as well. So, you know, I think you use it how you use it. I don't think there's a right or wrong way of using a certain medium. Oh, and Louise says she's starting to like gouache as well. Ooh, yeah, because you didn't like it in the beginning, did you? Is that because you're an acrylic girl? You like acrylics? Hang on, but what were you using for your 100-day project? Was it gouache? Because I know you can't really use acrylics because they're too messy. All right, a little bit more down here. And then I need to leave some light. I mean, this photo worked out because there's a lot of blues in here anyway, so that was, it was nice to have that already, so I could just translate the, or put the ochre, which is the orange of the bird, the orange, I could use that in the lighter areas. Okay, maybe I don't mind hot press paper so much. Maybe I don't. And it's kind of nice on a pad like this because then it doesn't buckle. Maybe I just needed to get used to it. Right? Yeah. my little statue up here and make the, is it the plinth where it stands on the statue? And then I have to put some tree silhouettes up here too, cutting across here. So I'm going to work on the tree now. Oh, I've got 10 minutes. Good. Oof. And then I could clean up a few other things. I kind of messed up the windows, but that's okay. And I think I definitely took more blue, more ultramarine that there was in proportion on the bird, but that's okay. Inspiring, not spring. Oh, this scene is, thank you. See, this sea is amazing. She says, Maria says, you're super creative on how you use mediums, which I find inspiring. Your ability to unburden by rules. I love it. Well, here's my theory. I like looking at pictures. I love reading, but I'm not a great reader because I prefer to be doing, and I fall asleep in the evening if I read. I like to listen to books. But when it comes to art demonstrations, I kind of look at a picture and love seeing, like getting inspired by what is there, but maybe not doing exactly what the person is doing. So very rarely do I watch like a YouTube, or I don't know, even if I buy a lesson, I kind of like look at how the finished pieces and try and take inspiration from that. So I'm probably not a very good student, actually. Which is fine. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of blue just under here where it's a lot darker, and then I'm going to use the ochre. But thank you. Yeah, well, really, I think these past 4 years, I only used to work with, like I worked with pastel, I worked with acrylic, I worked with watercolor. I'd never worked with gouache, and markers I kind of just started working with because I was teaching kids and that's what I had around me. So the whole using many mediums has come about since COVID and us all trying different mediums, and I think that's been super inspiring to have you guys around and willing to try different things with me. I love that. I mean, we've also spent a lot of money on materials, but I think it's been worth it. It's better than spending money on, I don't know, alcohol, sweets. Art materials, it's a lot healthier. Okay, let's go back to the ochre color, and I'm going to pop that in some areas here. I'm going to also bring it in a little bit more here as well. Just warm that up a little bit. A little bit, again, just a little bit. It's another beautiful day here. It was quite hot yesterday, and but it's really lovely. Lovely and sunny. I don't know if I can mix this up and put a little bit over here. Also, I'm not sure if this paint lifts on this paper. Let's have a look. So if I wanted to lift it a little bit, oh, it does lift a little bit. Well, that could be because it's still wet over here. Yeah, it lifts a little bit. Oh, that's good to know. Not in love with my tree. I want this to be more in the foreground, this area over here. And I think I can just block in the shape. I can put a little bit more detail in. And if this is the sky, let's lighten all of that. All right, I'm done, everybody. I could probably go on and on and on and keep mixing, keep mixing, keep mixing. But I'm gonna leave it like that. I think my shadows are a little bit messy, but that's okay. I hope you have a really good day. Don't forget, check your emails because we're going to have a live tomorrow morning on Zoom, and we're going to Istanbul with Patty, and then at 10 a.m. we've got a live with Louise. I'm going to just double confirm that one, Louise. And then we will be at 10 a.m. with Louise from her neighborhood. Louise says it's very windy, pretty cold in the UK. It's election day. Oh my goodness. Do you have an idea of who you think's gonna win? God, I hope it's not that clown. Leslie says, you make it look so easy. I love watching you do the shadows. So lovely. Thank you, Leslie. We'll be doing lots of this in Oaxaca. Don't worry. Wait, actually, this whole thing could be a lot lighter. So maybe I'll do that quickly now. I'm just looking at it and I feel like I've just overworked it a little bit. So I'm going to do this and I will show you how I can lift it. And also up here, just a little bit. And then I'm going to take, I don't have a wipe or anything, so I have my cloth that I'm just going to dab it on here. Just make it a little bit lighter, which means that I've kind of lost that speckled effect, but I can try and bring that in. It was just a little bit too dark. Just clean this up. It got a bit overworked. Well, I got to work on those shadows a little bit more, but I won't keep you guys. Me too, Leslie. Thanks, Louise. Thanks, C. Thank you, SD. I will speak to you guys soon and see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Let's try and lift some of these. You guys can go. I'm just going to keep going with this. I have a couple of minutes that I can work on it, but that's one thing. With hot press paper, you don't get as much play. I realize that. Because it starts, it's not good with copious amounts of water. So I will have to work on that a little bit. Maybe define some areas. All right. Have a really great day, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.